Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tech High School series. My name is Fraser, and with me in the casting booth is the amazing, legendary Hot Sauce. We are going to be streaming some Rocket League here for you. We got 4 great series. We're going to be starting off with the best of 5 between Berlin's Brothers Valley and Greater Altoona CDC. Hot Sauce, how are you feeling about these two teams?
Well, just looking at the standings here, Greater Altoona 3-0 at the top there, reigning supreme along with United. So looking pretty strong for them in this first game. I know in game number 2, we'll have Forest Hills taking on Westmont. You can see Forest Hills is 2-0 as well versus Westmont, who is 0-2. So I think that's going to be another tough game for Westmont. And then in that final game, we'll have United versus Gateway. You can see United is 3-0 up there as well. Gateway 2-1, though, should be a much closer game. Hopefully, though, maybe we'll see an upset in one of these first 2.
Hopefully so, but the first 2, like you said, Greater Altoona CDC at the top of their game at 3-0, while Berlin's Brother Valley, they have yet to take their very first win. This could be it. This could be the day of upsets that we're looking for. Unlike the Valorant streams last time, we had 13-0 coming in the first 2 games. Maybe we see something different here today. We'll find out.
Yeah, I know. I think we'll take a quick look as we can get a rundown of the games here. But I think, as you see game 1, Berlin Brothers Valley versus Greater Altoona, I think it's going to be a tough job for them to upset. They've been on a roll, consistency key, and they certainly got it. Game number 2 there, Westmont Hilltop versus Forest Hills. Forest Hills looking very strong as well, 2-0 on the season thus far. United, another undefeated team coming in at 5 o'clock here. United taking on Gateway, 2-1 though, should be a close battle. And then on that final game, I do believe 5:45 Bishop Carroll versus Penn Trafford. We will have Julian and Wilson, I believe, filling in for that final game as well.
All right. So, fun series all the way through. Like we said, Tech High School bringing you Valorant, Rocket League, and Overwatch action 3 days straight. We're on the second day now, and let's just head right into the action. The first game, Berlin Brothers Valley going up against Greater Altoona CTC. Berlin, obviously, coming in as the underdogs. Game number 1, right underway.
Yeah, I think it's going to be important for them since it seems like Greater Altoona is the slightly more mechanical team. So I think it's going to be important for them to try and find some bumps and or demos early in this game to help create some space both on offense and alleviate some of that pressure on defense.
Absolutely. Like I said at the start, I am all here. I am all in for the upsets. I would want to see Berlin take their very first win here. Let's see how that turns out. Greater Altoona CTC, 5 minutes on the clock now on the first kickoff.
Yeah, Steele doesn't quite get the 50. Mr. Chimp up top, off the back, right to the right here. Fires in, and there is the second chance opportunity. You'll see it here again in the replay.
The great pass coming in from the Chimp there, looking for the double. However, the pass would be satisfactory as the first 7 seconds in, Altoona already asserting dominance.
Yeah, coming out quickly. We talked about how good they played so far this season and looking to make quick work here. As the ball now on that defensive side. Explosion comes in. Nice shot, a little high here. Steele looking to carry out one in the back to beat. That's washed air. A nice flick over. Carries off the sidewall. Chimp there waiting with the defense, though. And both... just kind of awkward positioning from the defense. You'll see kind of coagulated together near that goalpost. Nobody pushing out. And another easy goal here, unfortunately.
Yeah, you got to have that momentum, especially on defense. You got to just have those longer rotations. So as soon as the ball comes in front of the net, you have some momentum to work with so that you can stop those banger of shots coming in from GACTC. 2 goals up now, looking to make it 3. Here comes Steele. Great 50, following it up by Chimp. Great flip reset, but nobody to follow it through, though, as Explosion gets that clear. A lot of boost to work with. Taking it a little too slow, though, and Mr. Chimp is not going to be having any of that. Looks for the pass down center over to Steele. Shot towards the blue net. And the 3rd goal for Greater Altoona.
Yeah, the team chemistry on point here. Chimp off the sidewall, knows his teammates there, passes to the center, Steele fires to the right side, marks the net 3-0, 4:18 remaining, and Greater Altoona looking to run away with it.
I mean, it's just 50 seconds in, 40 seconds in rather. Greater Altoona already with a 3-goal lead, and just goes to show why they're at the top of the leaderboard right now. Mr. Chimp and Steele up with absolutely dominating mechanics here, making sure the ball never sees the light of the day. It's on the orange half. Here is Mr. Chimp once again looking for that clear. The bump from the enemy is going to give them another goal. In the very first minute, they are up by 4.
Yeah, and 2v2s, you got to make sure it's almost like two separate 1v1s. We can see both of these Berlin players cheating forward, kind of coagulating together on the right side of that field. And once the ball goes by, nobody back in the net to stop that one. Greater Altoona now up by 4.
4-goal lead already here in the first minute of this game. Just goes to show how well coordinated this team has been throughout this league. Here comes Steele once again. Can he get that ceiling shot? No, he can't. However, it's going to be Mr. May just closing this one out with his very first goal.
Yeah, here in a best of 5, certainly making a showcase of this first one. Mr. May slams it on in, but 5-0 here. Berlin has got to find a way to slow this team down. The car's just constantly in motion, which is what you want in Rocket League, but right now Berlin just doesn't quite have an answer.
And we see that that motion that we were talking about from Altoona, right? You never see any of these players just holding down a certain position and stopping. However, on the other side, Berlin, they have been caught off guard for the majority of times. There might have been another opportunity for them to take that very first goal, but Altoona's defense has definitely been on point so far. A bit of a double commit there will give them the opportunity to get that cleared all the way to the midfield. Mr. Chimp takes away possession into the corner. No pass as Iconic slows it down for a bit. 2 minutes in now on that 5-goal lead, looking to make it 6 as Mr. May throws it wide.
Yeah, Mr. Chimp off the sidewall. Washed Aaron is there waiting. Well, defensive play here and across midfield. Still, that third man able to keep it back in. Now the pressure mounting yet again as Wash does win the 50 here. Up over the top. Chimp looks to settle across midfield. A dangerous place. Able to clear it out, though. And Iconic waiting there patiently. But again, the pressure, the momentum from Chimp carries it on through. And Greater Altoona is just relentless right now.
And they almost had the 6 goals. They almost had the 6th goal there. Half the game gone on 5, looking to make it double digits with the kind of pace they have right now. And there it is, the 6th goal. Steele up solely just carries it all the way through towards the blue net.
Yeah, just the aerial control here as well. Steele able to close this one in. You can see Wash trying to get back in time, but right now in this set of 3s, you almost don't even realize there's 3 people out there. There's a little too much double committing. The rotations aren't quite there. We need to have that third man continuously circling back toward the goal, working from that far post inward, and right now we just don't see it. We can see Greater Altoona capitalizing here yet again.
Once again, Mr. Chimp, just that 150 more than enough to get that open net. The last 2 defenders, not sure what they were doing, trying to get the contact on the ball, just going a little too far. 7th goal coming in from GACTC, and it seems like double digits might just not be that hard.
Yeah, I mean, we have Mr. Chimp here, a Season 3 Grand Champ as well, a hat trick for both Mr. Chimp and Steele currently. And again, the pressure, they're like a firing squad out here, just relentlessly shooting. And when you have continuous pressure like this and when you're firing all these shots, it's only a matter of time before more and more fall. We currently have 10 shots on the day, and we're sitting at 8 goals. So really only missing twice or having that ball saved twice, thereby washed.
And you have to give credit to him because the kind of mechanics that Altoona has showcased here, it just goes to show that there is no way that you guys are saving any of these shots unless you want to step it up with that momentum pace that we were talking about earlier. Mr. May missing on the first touch. However, it's going to be more than enough to still put them all in a threatening position. A double commit to get that save. Mr. Chim trying to get this pass down center. Watch Aaron does stop the push. For how long though is Steele up there to save the play? Explosion. Almost getting that 50 towards the goal. Could have been the very first one as well for Berlin. However, a fever dream it might just be as Altoona on the ball again. Steele up looking for the ceiling shot. Pass denied by Iconic.
Yeah, we'll see if Iconic can carry this one out a little further. Mr. Meh waiting at midfield. Good third man opportunity here up on the air. Washed, able to find the save and a good one at that. Mr. Chimp fires back in across midfield. Steele goes up. Can't get there in time. We talked about the third man pressure. And there is Mr. Meh on display again. Off the back wall. Looks to tap the pass across center. Steele into the corner. And he fires it in yet again. 6 shots, 4 goals on the day.
9 in total coming in from GACTC here, and they have been nothing short of absolute monsters here in this very first game. Berlin, I mean, what are you going to do with the next 2?
Berlin is certainly in a lot of trouble here, unfortunately. And again, I think, it's going to start with some of those demos. Right now, Greater Altoona just mechanically outclassing them at the moment. The team chemistry, as you can see there, I mean, we don't even have to talk about it, but it's just clearly Greater Altoona mechanically above this other team. And one way to equalize that is how I mentioned at the start of the game, is by finding those demos, or even if you don't find the demo, get the bump. It helps. Like I said, not only does it alleviate some of that pressure on defense, but it creates space on the offensive side of ball as well.
Also forces a lot of mistakes from the enemy team, something that you should definitely be looking for, especially when a team is this mechanical. Can't rely on them making any of these mechanical whiffs, as there it is, another clear coming through. 10th goal already in for GACTC, looking for the 11th one, as a bit of a whiff comes in on defense. Nothing to worry, as they still get that defensive clear, while Sharon on the ball doesn't keep that possession to himself, as Mr. Chimp comes again with a pass over to Steele off the backboard. Once again, off the bar. It just doesn't go in. The 4th defender doing miraculous work to stopping it from the 11th number that is on the scoreboard. 3 seconds left here. Altoona CTC will probably be closing this one out with a 10-goal lead.
Yeah, I mean, well done here by Greater Altoona, coming out, just really putting on a display of their skills. And right now, Berlin needs to just take a deep breath, reset, and see what they can do in game number 2. I've seen crazier things happen, but honestly, I don't see them taking any games from Greater Altoona if it continues this way.
Yeah, absolutely. 10 goals against the 0. That whole over at Berlin's side, I'm not sure what you can do here. Only 2 shots. So this goes to show that they haven't even had any chances to shoot the ball on target. Absolutely dominant performance coming in from Altoona here in the very first game. And you can only wonder what they can bring in the next one.
Yeah, I mean, Altoona had 61% of the ball possession there. You can see the touches, 60 touches from Mr. Chimp as well, 2 saves. And if you look at that demo column as well, only 1 demo, and it did come in the way of Iconic Caden, but again, they need to try to find some more demos or more bumps. I think that's really something that's going to start helping Berlin Brothers just a little bit more, but unfortunately, I think they have a tough series ahead of them.
A very tough one, and I might just go on to say impossible, because 10-0, how do you come back from this? They have to pull off a miracle if they want to make this possible. Demos, but how many demos can you actually pull off against a team like GACTC, who have been speedsters in this entire field?
Well, I watched a game, or I casted a game here the other day for TEC High School Series, and I can't even begin to tell you how many demos we saw in one game alone. I'm talking like 18 plus, maybe even more than 20. So it certainly is possible. But again, I think it's going to be tough against this Greater Altoona team. They do a great job of spreading the field. We see the third man rotations coming in. Someone's always rotating forward, pressing the ball, while one's always looping back to that far post and pushing out. Just key to their success. They're doing a great job of executing that. We've seen phenomenal passes off the side wall to the center of the field. And basically, they're capitalizing on every opportunity in front of them at the moment.
And well, Hassos, I really like the optimism, and I hope we see some of that coming in from Berlin, because I hope they're listening to the stream, because that is exactly what they want to do. Go for demos, let them make mistakes like those. There it is, 2 mistakes coming in from Altoona. However, nobody to challenge through, and the ball just drops into the blue net like there were no mistakes made there. Mr. Chimp with one good touch. That's all he needed to get that past all 3 of those defenders. Once again, there it is, Altoona in that 1-goal lead.
Yeah, just 11 seconds to crack into that. And here we go again. Steel OP wins this 50 with ease. or the kickoff rather, now carrying across midfield. Nice soft touch, looks to let it fall, but the defense is there, and now across midfield again. Mr. May, that third man, over to Steele. Steele passes across the midfield, and Mr. Chimp is going bananas. 2 already, and not even 30 seconds off the clock.
Shim definitely looks to be hungry here as he keeps on scoring more and more goals. I believe it was 8 goals to him last game, 8 or something. I believe 6 goals to him last game, and another 2 now in the first 30 seconds. Berlin, for the very first time, kickoff possession taken away immediately by Altoona as they raise it up high over to Mr. Chimp as he tries to force the ball through towards the blue net. A clear opportunity for Berlin, taken away by that whiff. Mr. May just being a nuisance, sending it down to his teammate who puts it at the back of the net. The 3-goal lead now. You're going to
see right there a double commit from Washed Aaron and Iconic. You can see Iconic trying to get back, but that's where that play started to fall apart. The double commit there on the defense. They need to communicate who's first up. First up goes up first, obviously. The other one can sit, kind of rotate to that back post. They got to work on that communication and make sure they don't double commit, as that's going to cost you a goal nearly every time.
And it definitely has. The past 3 goals scored off of huge whiffs on defense coming in from Berlin. So if defense is that big of an issue, maybe just try to stay out of it. It was Sharon with the very first opportunity and the very first goal. It didn't seem possible, but here it is, making it a 2-goal deficit now with Mr. May, a whiff on the backboard. Watch Aaron getting that very first goal for his team.
Yeah, just 30 miles per hour, a nice slow roller as he tucks it in, but 3-1. And, if you're Berlin Brothers Valley, you got to be confident. You got to be happy with that. A much different pace than that first game that we saw. And, even if you lose these games, right, as long as you take something away, if you can start to find games where, maybe it's a 2-4 or a 3-5, then you can say, hey, we are 0-2. But we played very well against a very tough team, and so we are improving. And this is how you get better. So you can certainly learn a lot from this series as well.
Most definitely. Learning a lot when going up against such a high-caliber team makes you a monster when you go back to your own rank. So that is exactly what Berlin should be looking for here. As still trailing by 3, as we saw Steel OP with an amazing double touch off that enemy's save. Once again, Greater Altoona and still in that 3-goal lead, looking to make it 4 as we see Steel looking with that back pass. And look at that, amazing drifts on the sidewall, sending it over to Mr. Chimp, who doesn't keep possession for too long, but Mr. May will put it all the way towards the blue backboard. But there it is, the opportunity for closing that play out, but the clear comes in from Explosion.
Yeah, now carrying it across midfield. Stare there on the D, though. Looks to turn and carry this one out. Does just that. The flick off the wall. Looks for more. Nice aerial control. Going to have a little too much mustard on that one as he floats by, though. And now Mr. Chimp rotating around, tucked into the corner. We'll get this one up. Can't quite find the touch that he needs, and we'll carry for one more. Steele waiting below, calls him off. Nice pass across midfield. Steele and Mr. May up, and a rare double commit from them, but doesn't come back to haunt him here on that offensive attack. Rotating back, Chimp will find one more, and these guys, this crew here has been relentless as he finds the double tap off the wall. The subtle skill is real.
Look at that. He just uses the 24 boost that he has in the tank to get that perfect double back into the blue net. No trouble, no defense to save those kind of offensive shots at Altoona. Now going up 4 goals, making total up to 5 for this team. And they are right on track to secure that 10-goal mark again.
Yeah, Berlin, though, has played much better in this second game so far and kind of settled down a little bit. As I say that, though, we see a double, if not a triple commit coming out. They have to be clear. They have to work on this communication here. Settle it down a little bit. Take a deep breath. Wide open net here, though, and they are pressing in a hurry. Chimp versus Explosion. The touch. And did you see that? He fired it over to Chimp, and it was kind of an own goal here.
Wow, I definitely did not see that coming because the ball just slowly crawling towards the backboard, right? Okay, I was like, this opportunity is gone away. They can't score this one, but Explosion puts it at the perfect position to set up that own goal. Ultimate disrespect for Altoona, who are now trailing, who are now still in the lead by 3 goals. Looking to make it 4 here, but great save coming in from Wash Aaron. Iconic comes in with a clear. Looking for the follow-up here as he gives it away to Mr. May. Is another opportunity for a mechanical play coming in from Steel. Pass goes into the corner, but still Amazing plays coming in from this team. Possession still very much in their hand, but Berlin, like you said, they have been playing an amazing game so far. Definitely an improvement over the last one.
Yeah, Steele with a flip set reset. Nice pass to Chimp. Now off the back wall, looking for Mr. May. Not there. Carrying out to midfield. Third man rotation coming in nicely from Mr. May. Looks to settle a nice carry off the wall. A beautiful pass, but a well-read play here by the defense as they keep this one out. Mr. Chimp knocking at the door. The danger zone is here. Steele rolling off the wall. A nice touch. Looks to get one more. Does. Fires. Finds the corner. Goal number 6.
They just keep on coming in with more and more of these goals. Watch Aaron had the opportunity to get that first clear on the back, but the patience level a little too much there. As now, once again, the game slipping out of hand with only a minute left and a 4-goal lead for Altuna. Berlin, they have this huge mountain to climb in front of them. Do they have the right gear for it?
Yeah, well, Mr. Chimp and Steele for the second game in a row both find a hat trick, and once again Berlin find themselves on the back pedal. The enemy at the gates, the firing squad, who is Greater Altoona, has been relentless thus far. And again, the pressure here, firing once more. The soft roller nails its way in, 7-2 with 50 seconds remaining.
And we see just these small little whiffs on the defensive side from Berlin that Altoona have been known to punish every single time. So it all comes down to the mechanical plays, the consistencies coming in from Altoona, absolutely outpacing them here on defense as well as offenses. With only 40 seconds left, Altoona up 5. Berlin, you got to pull off a miracle here if you want to make this happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a little too much at this point, most likely the nail in coffin. But from 8-0 to 7-2 at this point, you have to be happy with your improvement here. So, you can tell yourself, hey, we can definitely score on these guys. We played much better in that second game. Let's go out and see if we can grab one of these games. Send it into game number 4, something like that. So I think you take a lot away from this. You get some momentum, you get some confidence, and you go out there and you see what you can do against a very talented Greater Altoona team.
Definitely. Even if not game number 4, you can always look for securing more, if not the equal amount of goals as last game, because the 2 that they have scored here definitely counts as an achievement. They should always be looking for more heading into game number 3, match point for GACTC.
Yeah, I mean, again, Greater Altoona is just phenomenal. You can tell they've played together before. The team chemistry is there. I'm sure the communication is on point, but they're already rotating. It's almost like Mr. Chimp and Steele know where each other is going to be at any given moment. So we see really great chemistry between these two. The pass plays have been on point, whether it's across midfield or up in the air, and they're capitalizing nearly every time. If you look at the shots versus goals, and even if you just look in that shot column there, 15 shots to 3. So really, I mean, they're just having so many more opportunities as well. We see the touches, the demos, nearly every category going in their favor.
And it just goes to show, right? Like you said, this team has played before. I would go on to say that this team has scrimmed together as a roster, maybe even at the collegiate level, or not the collegiate level, but the weekly tournaments, RLRS, that kind of stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if they are one of the top tier teams here in the Pennsylvania region. Greater Altoona CDC up 8 goals. And Berlin, however, still managed to secure 2. They should be proud of themselves, but they should always be looking for more heading into game number 3 here.
Yeah, I mean, Greater Altoona is one of 3 only undefeated teams. We have Greater Altoona, we have Forest Hills, and United, all 3 teams, which we'll be seeing here today. But so certainly they are very skillful as they've remained undefeated thus far, looking to go 4-0 on the season. And it does appear that they will be able to do that. Whether they get out the brooms here and do it in clean, sweeping fashion, we'll see if Berlin can maybe grab an upset win here. But I think Greater Altoona is probably going to close this one out here in game number 3.
And that seems to be the realistic expectations from this team, because the kind of plays that they have been making here is just good. It's nothing short of amazing. All they have put on this field has been top tier plays, and we only see this at the highest level of Rocket League. So it wouldn't be surprising if they take this in a 3-0 fashion. Match point now for GACTC as they're just about ready to head into this game number 3.
Yeah, and I can't remember if it's Forest Hills or United, but one of these players is like a top 100 player in the world. I
Mm,
think it's like Pig B or something like that. I'll know the name as soon as
right.
I see it. So we certainly have some more exciting action as well. I love watching them play. So excited for these next upcoming games. But here we've got one more final one at least in the series for Greater Altoona taking on Berlin Brothers Valley.
There's 5 minutes on the clock here, opening up strong as Mr. Chimp comes into the demo looking for that goal. But look at that, Altoona not scoring in the first 10 seconds. And you know what? That is an achievement. Applaud for Berlin.
Yeah, Steele with a first early shot here. Doesn't quite find its way in, but again, these second and third chance opportunities. Again, Berlin has to find a way to get a car on the ball and get this clear here. They can't allow these many shots to come in time after time. And again, we see barely 20 seconds off the clock. Greater Altoona able to find an early one here.
Once again, 20 seconds in, they take that first goal. But look at that by Explosion trying to equalize here. But look at that, Steel OP now with that demo. Explosion should be able to clear this out onto the sidewall. Mr. May, much rather, it's going to be Steel getting that clear, followed up by Chimp, shot down straight onto the blue net. Bottom right corner, watched Aaron miles away from that save. 2-goal lead now for GSCTC.
Yeah, kind of going back to what we saw in that first game and really the rotations, everything is just so on point for this Greater Altoona team. They're really just kind of out there pugging, having some fun with it here. And they've really put on a showcase, a clinic here today. So, hats off to them.
Must say, this team might just be the most dominant one I have seen here in Division 1. I've seen Pigby play, sure, but Altoona CTC, they have been putting on a show. The kind of plays that they've been making, the kind of coordination that we see. You say Pigby is top 100. I believe you. They might just be the top dogs here in this league. But if GSCTC, if they continue to improve, by the end of this league, we might just see a very close fashion series.
Yeah, well, I think they have the whole package. They have 3 solid members as well. What we saw with Pig B's team is 2 people demoing and Pig B just doing what Pig B does, which is dominating SSL, the only one that I've seen here amongst this Tech High School series. So certainly very talented, but as you know, it is a team game and that's what matters. And certainly we're seeing a great display of teamwork here. You'll check it out once again on the replay. Iconic off the touch. Chimp and May go up, but just look at the aerial control that the whole squad has. We've seen it from Steele. We've seen it from Chimp. We've seen it from Mr. May now, and they've all got it.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about. I want to see this team go up against the top dogs because I know they can put on a really great show here as they are still up 3-0 at the top of the leaderboards, but tough competition awaits them in the later parts of this league. As of right now, they're just having fun with a 3-goal lead, almost looking to make it 4 as they try to push this through. Explosion with a really great save. Steele trying to take this slow here, taking it a little too slow as they'll be pushed back into defense. Mr. May off the backboard, looking for this clear. Flip reset comes in, doesn't go anywhere. Iconic with an opportunity to shoot this straight on the net, and it is denied by that mechanical whiff.
Yeah, Mr. Chimp here looks to carry out. Nice flick overhead. Does get by 2, 1 to beat. Caden finds the touch up into the corner. Can't get the touch he needs, though, and Steele will fire across the center, and you can't do that. Mr. May, waiting, patiently finds the back of the net yet again, up by 4 with 2:46 remaining.
So again, half the game remaining here. They're on the right track to make it a double-digit game here. 2 minutes 40 seconds, and you know what? I really appreciate the splashing rule, and it's one of my favorites.
Yes, you gotta love the drip, baby. Look at Steele, though, looking to get another, sneaking in early. The defense kind of bumps into each other, but Wash looks to carry out, can't find the flick, able to maintain, has one hot on his tail, and that's his teammate, though. They got to be careful with this double commit, fighting over the ball from the same team, and Mr. Steele off the wall, Chimp high into the left, and there's that third chance opportunity. They won't let it slip away, 5-0.
5-0 once again, and they keep on coming in with more here. A 5-goal lead now against Berlin. Berlin struggling to secure the 2 goals that they secured in the game in game number 2. Can they find them, or is this gonna be a blowout like we saw here in game 1?
Yeah, they are just smothering and covering them like your Waffle House hash browns. Relentless pressure here. Explosion, though, does find the save and looks to carry this one out. They could find an opportunity to get a goal here. Tucks it in. A nice chip shot, and they do.
There it is, the first of the two, coming in from Watched Aaron himself as a pass comes in from Explosion. Mr. May not in the right position to get that clear. Great passing opportunity coming in from Berlin, and you want to see more of this.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal goal here. We saw him get 2 in that second game as well. So, maybe just shoot for 2, see if you can get one more after that. Just goal by goal, inch your way back into this. 2 minutes, plenty of time in a crazy game like Rocket League, but certainly a very difficult task against a phenomenal team like this. Chip comes in and Washed had the save, but he hit it a little too far right on the ball, and he tucks it into his own goal.
Unfortunate own goal there coming in from the defensive sided team. Berlin couldn't find that save. Altuna up by 5, looking to make it 10 again with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Can they get it? Doesn't seem to me that they're interested. The Steel is just going to be chilling there with that in that AFK position. It's going to be iconic. Trying to get that clear. Once again, opportunity to get that save. Steel up. Not the best first touch. Can be an opportunity for a shot down net, but Mr. Chimp is there to take it away. Flicks it over to Steel. No boost to his name. Watch Darren with this save onto the sidewall. Mr. May, not at the first great touch, but there they are once again. Great team plays, finding that clears, making an opportunity work in that counter attack, but the saves keep on coming in from Berlin.
And now Explosion looks to carry this one across midfield. Has some pressure, but again, the defense is there waiting. And they will try to clear this one out off the sidewall. Steel does miss this one, and Chimp will go up, find the touch into the corner. The whole defense is coagulated together yet again, and they find themselves able to escape that near disaster. Washed up top, finds the touch, wins the 50, carries out. Axe is there waiting. Nice carry into the corner here if they can find one more, but they can't. Mr. May is all over it, and now Chimp looks to carry forward again. They've just been so good on these rotations today, Flater.
Absolutely, but I really love the improvement that I see from Berlin here. So many saves coming in from this team. Mind you, they had just had 2 in that very first game, but look at that. 9, I believe that is not 9. That is 9.
Yeah,
9 saves coming in from Berlin. Quick maths there, but absolutely amazing improvement coming in from this team, and I want to see more of that happening.
I mean, 9 saves is great, but you got to have shots. You can't get goals unless you have shots. And certainly they've done, they've done well here in game 2 and 3, but just not enough against a very mechanical, very talented team like Greater Altoona CTC.
Absolutely not. You can't win the games just by saves. You gotta, if you want to do that, you gotta have 100% saves coming in on your net, along with the counter attacks to make those goals happen. Unfortunately for Berlin, that is gonna be the end of their run this week, as Altoona is closing this one out with the 8th goal coming in from Steel off that aerial play. Berlin 8-1 here in game number 3.
I will say Washed Aaron does have my favorite skin on the field. So hats off to Washed Aaron, Mr. Automatic Drip out there looking fly in that Fennec.
I mean, Fennec, one of my favorite cars. It is the mix of Dominus and Octane, and I absolutely love the hitbox. Perfectly fits that so-called Octane hitbox.
Yeah, you take a quick look at the stats there. Field domination, 71% for Greater Altoona. Boost consumption up there as well. Again, we see the touches going in their favor. Really, the only column this time not in their favor were the saves, as you had mentioned, 9 for Berlin. So they, you got to give them credit. They fought through till the end. They never gave up, and you certainly love to see it. But Greater Altoona goes on to remain undefeated, now 4-0 on the season. And later, we got some more exciting action coming up. We got Westmont Hilltop, who is 0-2, taking on Forest Hills, who is still undefeated as well.
Just like Greater Altoona, they are up 2-0 here. So they might just be looking for that very 3rd win, or, who knows? We'll see Forest Hills take it. We'll see Westmont Hilltop maybe coming in with the very first win of their own. We will see, as we will be taking a very short commercial break here. But when we're back, we got some more Rocket League for you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Esport Company. Here we are with the second game of Rocket League tonight. My name is Trader, and once again in the casting booth with me is Hot Sauce. Game number 2 is Westmont Hilltop going up against Forest Hills. And Hot Sauce, we talked about Westmont Hilltop before. Like we said, they are still looking for that very first win. Do you think they have it here?
Man, it's going to be tough. Forest Hills is really good, 2-0 on the season so far. This Tech High School Series Division 1 high tier play here. So I haven't seen a lot from either of these teams yet, as I've only I think been in this Rocket League here for a week or two. So, but
Mhm.
I love an underdog upset, but I have a little bit of fan favoritism toward Forest Hills. So I think Forest Hills is going to pull it out.
We've talked about Pigby before, the absolute mad lad here in Division 1, top 100, you said, and he seems to be going on a bit of a rampage here, just looking for demos left, right, and center, while his team looks to secure more and more goals. But like you said, 18 goals in one game, it might have just been Pigby on that attack.
Oh my, Atlanta! Can how many was that? Was that like an overkill? Do we got the Halo guy? Overkill. I mean, Pigby went on an absolute spree there, and I think maybe he heard our last game that we cast because we talked about how Pigby's teammates were just demoing the whole time, and Pigby was just doing whatever he wanted airily, and then Pigby comes out right off rip just to let us know that he can do that too.
And he's like, I don't want to score goals today. I am just gonna go for the kill, and it seems like he's doing exactly that. I'm pretty sure he has like 6 demos up until now. Mega Blaziken almost pinching it into the net, pinches it away. Pig B finds another demo, and I feel like we need to have a demo counter next game.
Oh, there is one at the end of every game. Oh, Pig B with another demo. Blaziken's gonna find it. And I'll be reading that. I'll be reading those stats off to you. Don't worry. I'll let you know exactly how many demos happen.
Mega Blaziken here with a second goal now, giving you Hill, Mega Blaziken, both of them 1 each. Westmont Hilltop, if you gotta make that defense, you first gotta survive.
Yeah, I've been frustrated by getting demoed before. I have never seen anything like this, especially in the absolute fury that they're reigning in. Just plethora, demo after demo after demo, and it's the Mega Blaziken and giving you Hail that are scoring the goals this time.
And they have switched it up, and it seems exciting as always, because that is now a 3-goal lead with so many demos coming in from the man himself, sitting at 40 points. The nut doesn't even want to go for the ball here. Off the kickoff, goes straight for the car, gets the car as well. Here's an opportunity for Westmont Hilltop to get that first goal. Can they get it? Pig B eliminates the offense. Tie Hall opportunity taken away by Given You Hill.
I can't help but laugh. This team is an absolute menace out here, and they are just getting demo after demo. Pigby has to be well above the double-digit mark for demos. We saw some quick chat coming out there as well, and we talk about it as it's a physical game. It's also a mental game, and certainly Forest Hills right now getting in the head of Westmont Hilltop.
I believe that's like 10 plus demos for Pigby, as he was almost looking for more there. He doesn't even care where the ball is. This man has ball cam off because all he sees is car. He sees car. He kills car.
Yeah, all he sees is red, and then the explosion here. Giving You Hail looks to carry this one over. Nice pass over, back and forth from Mega Blaziken here, and they won't find the back of the net here just yet. Foxy Gamer looks to carry this one out. Kind of gets tucked under the head there, and I'm not a big fan of that skin there. What about you,
The car?
I believe that is not the Scarab. It's I forget what it's called now. Okay, yeah.
I believe that's what we call it, but it's one of the troll cars, and
yes,
I'm not sure whether they're using it for intentionally as a troll or they just like it. To be fair, you know what? I respect both choices.
I like the title Granny Shifter as well from the Mega Blaziken. Well, it's going to be Giving You Hail winning this 50 here. Pig B with another demo, and the Mega will carry this one right on in with ease. 5-0, 2:31 remaining, and this is it. This is insane. I would have not expected this. If anybody told me that this is what we were going to be watching, Flater, I'm baffled. That's all I can say.
I mean, same here because I definitely did not expect Pig B. I expected a lot of goals coming in from Pig B. I did not expect this, but I love that he's trying to make it entertaining for the audience. As there is another exterminating tag up on the feed, as Forest Hills up 5, could be up 4 there, because that was an opportunity for Westmont Hilltop to take that very first goal. However, it's just going to be Mega Blaziken walking this into the blue net. 6 goals for Forest Hills.
Yeah, Pig B, that SSL, the top 100, we saw him really just showcasing all of his mechanical abilities in that first series that we did last week, I think it was. But here now taking a different approach. Maybe he went back and watched that VOD and heard us talking, because he has certainly just done a 180 here, just relying on those demos, allowing his teammates to score some goals and have some fun as well. But I almost feel bad for this Westmont team right now, just getting blown up at every turn.
Getting scored on is annoying, but getting demoed again and again, not having time on the field, is a lot more annoying than that, because Pig B, here he is being an absolute nuisance for Westmont Hilltop, as they are now down by 7 goals going to Forest Hills.
Yeah, 151 remaining, and already probably above, I would guess close to above 20 demos at this point. I don't know, maybe at high hopes, but Giving You Hell will mount the pressure as well off the sidewall. Mega's going to find one more off the demo of Pig B, and again, the quick chat comes in. As I would be equally as frustrated, I think.
Yeah, they're not happy. Ty Hall with the spam. Cecil has been doing it ever since the game began. 8 goals to his name, and they are on the right track to make it a double-digit game.
Yeah, Pigby didn't even go for the kickoff there. Just faked it out, avoided it. Oh, what a near miss from Mega as well. And they will dodge a bullet here as Cecil looks to carry it outward. Has to be careful. Pigby in the backfield on the hunt. Finds one demo as they get another tie hole. Returning to favor. Pigby with another demo. A near wide open net. And this is just a demo after demo spree.
Oh, Ty Hall could have found that very first goal for Westmont Hilltop. Takes it a little too wide, though. Mega Blaziken, along with Giving You Hell, giving them a tough time there, as they have been the only ones securing goals left, right, and center. Here's another flick opportunity, stopped by Cecil. Nobody to stop the attack, though. As far as Chills now once again on the counter, can they get this 9th goal? No, they can't. Not so fast. Ty Hall try to get that clear. Pigby once again on that exterminator on the field. The open net for Mega Blaziken, as they are only 1 goal away from the double-digit game.
I feel like at some point the Forest Hills coach is going to look down and go, "That'll do, Pig. That'll do." Oh, maybe you get the movie reference, maybe you don't, but nonetheless, it's all good. 9-0 here, and just an array of demos from Pig B, the Mega Blaziken, and Giving You Hell. Really just having a field day, able to do as they please here. A nice flick from Mega as they find number 10. Double digits, 33 on the board, and there's a good chance we'll see 1 or 2 more before it's over.
Absolutely. There's a good chance you'd probably see 1 or 2 more demos as well from Pigby, because he's now sitting at 100 points, and I assure you, none of them have been ball touches, because there's another opportunity for Ty Hall to find that open net. And yeah, what a save's coming in left, right, and center. They deserve it. They have to be annoyed, and they have to be happy taking that 1 goal.
Yeah, at least you got one, right? That's what I'd be saying. Hey, we got one, let's go. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. Pigby, obviously a very talented player, not even having to score out here, just running around, just driving into people this entire first game, as we see 2 more demos already come out. Up top, the Mega just barely misses this one to the left off the post, and Pigby is in there creating a destruction. King Foxy looking to give him a taste of their own medicine, but Pigby answers right back on the trade, and 5 seconds to expire here. Looks like the final score is going to rest at 10-1.
There it is, 10-1, and we have seen the scoreline before in that previous series. Forest Hills looking at the exact same scoreline here against Westmont at the top. 34. Is that a record or something?
Demos for Pig B. Has to be a school record at a minimum, but I'd love to know what the most is. one demo from Giving You Hail, and then 3 demos totaled for Westmont Hill. So 34 demos. The Mega Blaziken had 205 touches on the ball. The boost consumption there, 10K to 6.8K. Forest Hill is really just dominating every aspect of this game. And honestly, it came off of those demos. We could see a little bit of the frustration there, and even C-Cell in chat kind of pleading, guys, stop demoing and please play the game here. So, man, that's rough. That's all I can say. I feel their pain.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. These guys say that they want Pigby to play the game. I would recommend against it.
Yeah. It doesn't
We
matter
wouldn't
what
want
Pigby
Pigby.
does, right? I mean, he's an SSL, top 100 in 1v1s for the reason. We saw him put a smiley face in chat. And honestly, I would love to see him play, though, because whether you're watching at home or not, whether you're in chat there, if Pigby is in action and playing like he plays, you're going to witness some rare phenomenon stylist. Like he's a super stylist player. He adds flair to every move, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
It definitely is, and it seems to me that Westmont Hilltop are in for a treat because they have just awoken the beast and they want him to play. But oh right, hold that thought. Westmont Hilltop coming in with that very first goal. C-Cell with a nice demo in chat, feeling pretty good about this start here.
I love it. A quick 1-0 for Westmont is, they're serious. They're ready to get this popping. So let's see what they got.
There is 1 second on the clock. And there is the first goal coming in from Westmont Hilltop, looking for the second one there. As there it is, the second goal as well comes in for Westmont. Forest Hills down by 2. And I'm pretty sure we'd probably see the widest smiles on Westmont Hilltop's face right now.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, two goals, first 9 seconds here. You got to feel pretty good about that. And but I feel like, Pigby might just be messing around a little bit. I don't know yet. I got to wait and see.
We shall see, because now as it's gonna be probably another goal coming in if they can get that accurate shot. No, they can't. Mega Blaziken seems to be the one on the demo train here as Pigby finds that very first goal coming in for Forest Hills off that shot from his very own corner. What a banger.
Yeah, all the way from downtown, and he traps it. 4:39 as they find their first goal, 1 away from the equalizer.
And it seems to me that Pigby here will be getting early possession. 100 boost to his name, takes it up high, looking for the first flip reset. Will he be getting it? Yes, he is. Flips into the ball. King Foxy Gamer there for the save. No second touch for him, though, as Pigby puts in the equalizer for his team.
If you're in chat, we need a big old sheesh, because my man is pulling out the stops, the razzle-dazzle, the chip to the right, and he finds the back of the net for the equalizer. 4:29 on the clock. And again, it's almost like just sharks out here to win with the food.
And Pigby being the shark, the man-eater here, if you get that reference from the recent game. Pigby off the pinch, taking it into the blue corner. Mega Blaziken, like I said, is the one looking for the demos here as Pigby, the sole man on the attack, getting the third goal here for his team. First minute, they have already gotten the lead back.
Yeah, I mean, Pigby is a monster, and a monster for a reason, clashing the boards, and there is more. 3-2 now. Not even a minute off the clock yet, as they're just having some fun out here on the field today, I think.
Definitely, and we haven't seen the flashiest of the plays from Pigby yet. I feel like he might just have some space to work with now as he takes it up high. First touch coming in, all the boosts already gone, but the demo coming in from Blaziken there could have had some effect, but a few demos coming in from the two teammates. Pigby, however, still not finding that fourth goal in the lead, but no flashy goals for him, not yet, as he gets that clear, takes it to the center field, maybe a pinch for him, just takes it up high, the double touch opportunity, and he will make sure that one goes in. 2-goal lead now for Forest Hills.
And he was reading this all the way. He lets it settle. He knows there's one to beat. Doesn't even go for the net here. Makes sure to hit it off the wall. Redirects to the left side and finds the corner yet again. Pigby with another one. 4-2 as Pigby has got the hat trick and more.
90 seconds in, Forest Hills in that 2-goal lead. They're looking for more as Thane and as the Mega Blaziken comes in with the 2 demos of his own. We might want to look at the record now for Mega Blaziken because Big B, once again, on the flip reset, decides to conserve it. The flip end of the ball is going to be saved by C-Cell. As once again, King Foxy Gamer on possession fails to keep it though. C-Cell tries to flip into the ball, trying to get this shot rolling. The counter-attacking opportunity taken away by Forest Hills now with Big B on the ball. Once again, 100 boosters to his name, taking it up high, getting it past to 1. The last man bumped away from Mega Blaziken, and the 3-goal lead comes in for Forest Hills.
Yeah, Big B does what Big B wants, bro. Big B's out here just showcasing the skills, the SSL thrills, the real deal. He got it all. And right now, starting to run away with it 5-2 here. A little bit closer than that first game. But again, Ty Hall looking for an opportunity here. A little wide to the left, unfortunately, is Hunter off the backboard. Mega chases for the demo. And again, just if it's not Pigby, it's his teammates. You know what I mean? They're very good at these demos as well. And I mean, as they say, you should utilize every asset to your best. They're certainly doing that here.
Demo still coming in left, right, and center. It's just from a different teammate now from Forest Hills, as they might be looking to get that open net here. Ty Hall brings it down to a 2-goal game.
Yeah, again, Ty Hall has done a great job. I mean, I think he's gotten two of the goals here. King Foxy has 1, but, again, fighting through it. We saw that 10-1 there in the first game, and to not give up, to keep trudging along, only down by 2. 2:27 is plenty of time to find the lead here in this game.
You definitely do, with half the game remaining here. 2-goal deficit, and not impossible to say the least. But Pig B, the way that he has been playing, doesn't seem like he's going to be giving away that 2-goal lead that easily. Make it 3 as he gets another double touch into the blue net.
Yeah, he's just a monster. You see that it's almost into that musty, basically. I mean, he's going downward and flicks up, but it was off that sidewall rotation. And just, again, he's just out here to show you what he can do and have a little fun with it.
Absolutely, Pig B, the mechanical god here, keeping the ball to himself for the majority of this game. Ty Hall bringing in some retaliation as the ball is going to be walking towards the blue corner, picked up by Pigby once again. King Foxy Gamer not going to be surviving in that corner for long as the demo comes in from Mega. A whiff from C-Cell will give Pigby some space to work with as he looks for this self-pass from the sidewall, taking it all the way through. We might be seeing something stylish here as he goes up high. 1 flip reset for his name, make it 2. The third one is going to be a flip into the ball, the 7th goal for Forest Hills.
And you'll see it here again, off the wall, the 4 tires touching, resets once more, flicks it in, and he makes it look easy. An absolute juggernaut of a player. Pigby out here, as we say time and time again, he's just putting on a clinic.
And there it is. Well, C-Cell will find that kickoff goal there, and this might just be the second one, and you can absolutely appreciate these kind of pinch goals. They have it down to the nook and a cranny because every single time they go for this kickoff goal, they get that accurate shot on target.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Like I said, they're remaining in this one. They're fighting tough, and there's another nice shot by C-Cell. King with a follow-up, not quite there in time. The demo comes out again, fires across midfield, trying to get back in time. C-Cell able to take this one off the wall, 1 to beat. But the Mega will get there in time as Pigby on the back pedal. A little bit of a coagulation. The double demo rings true. 1 more to make it a triple kill. And they are pressing forth with fierceness. Pigby on the carry. Lets it ride just wide into the right here. And they are just flirting with disaster flater.
No better way to put it for Forest Hills. Look at that. Another demo coming in from Mega Blaziken. And King Fox, he's just given up at this one. He's like, you know what? Come at me. I'm going to sacrifice myself so that this game can get over a little quickly. Because Pig B, once again, on the ball with a bit of a flip reset off his own, comes in with the 8th goal. 4-goal lead for Forest Hills. Hot Sauce, how do you stop this menace?
Upside down. How do you stop this mess? Whew. I would stare up in awe. I mean, it's tough, right? He's that good for a reason, and he's just that insane. He's obviously put in a lot of time, but you don't get to SSL. That is no easy feat to achieve, let alone top 100 at 1v1. And, I mean, I'm just glad that I can be a part of watching and casting it.
There it is. 5-goal lead now for Forest Hills, and like you said, this guy is an absolute monster. Still, we got one more game to go to see more of his amazing plays. Ty Hall might just be coming in with a goal of his own. Take B. We can't forget about this man. He comes in with a save on the counter, looking for more and more flip resets, and it seems like we need a flip reset counter at this point.
Oh, I can't even. What an absolute nut. Look at this move right here. Sheesh, my man, dropping bombs. Whew. He is absolutely on fire, and there's no stopping him now. He ain't done just yet. He eyes this one up. The touch, he goes up. Nice subtle carries across. Wide open net. And he flicks her in with ease. 11-4, 25 remaining.
It's going to be Mega Blaziken and Hunter of the Woods once again hunting for those demos, finding them everywhere they go. And it just seems to me that Westmont Hilltop, they were caught in a bit of a technicality here. They told Pigby to stop demoing, but they never said anything to the teammates.
Yeah, I mean, Pigby's going to get a great scholarship to a phenomenal college, and I would be highly surprised if we don't see him in that professional league at some point. As I mentioned, SSL is not an easy feat. To be this young and play this well, hats off, man. I'm excited. I'm super excited for Pigby and what he has ahead of him.
Definitely, and I'm sure he can still play in the weekly tournaments where we see the collegiate players just hanging out, trying to get those dubs all the way through. So we might just be seeing more of him there in the Frost tournaments, maybe tactical banditry here and there, getting that practice in before actually going into college. Here he is once again securing the 13th goal for Forest Hills.
Yeah, again, he's just relentless. The demos are there as well. The whole team plays well together, and demoing is not too hard, but I think it's pretty hard to consistently demo that well. They have it down to a T, man.
It's definitely not hard to go for demos, but it is hard to actually maintain possession and maintain the rotations on the field, even while going for demos. In Forest Hills, a player like that on your side, there's no need to maintain possessions, maintain rotations, because Big B is here to dominate the competition. 2,200 points to his name.
Yeah, I mean, 76 touches for Westmont in total. Pig had 134 just to himself. So just touches alone dominating there. 38 demos from Mega, 10 from Woods, 2 from Pig, for your total of 50 demos from that team. They're just an absolute nuisance on every aspect of the field, whether it's scoring, defending, demoing, it doesn't matter. Right now they have that whole package, and they are certainly looking like the team to beat here.
And it seems like we just got another record broken here by the Mega Blaziken himself, taking 38 demos. Do we see more in game number 3?
Yeah, well, and then the team probably holds a record now for 50 in one game as well. I mean, that's just nutty.
We'll find out soon enough how they managed to pull off game number 3 here. Maybe some more shenanigans coming in from this amazing roster. That is Forest Hills, Big B, the solo man show on offense, with Mega Blaziken taking the candle away with the amazing demos that he's been pulling off here. 38, so close to 40.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. An absolute show here, and it's been a great time so far. Westmont has been battling. They scored quite a few goals in that second game as well. So we'll see if they can come out hot here and maybe answer in game 3. Certainly going to be tough with an absolute legend out here like Big B.
He's going to be tough, but let's see what he does here. Pigby, once again, in the most basic shots here, you got to give that fundamentals the credit they deserve. Every single time the shot he takes has been absolutely perfect, getting that very first goal in the next 20 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's just perfect muscle memory for him at this point. He really has such great control of both the car and the ball, whether it's on the air or in the ground. And, the one thing we can say, as you had mentioned, though, Westmont Hilltop has this pinch down to an absolute T, right? You mentioned it. You were absolutely right about it. They tend to nail this shot almost every time they go for it.
Here they are once again proving the point. 1-1 now. Westmont Hilltop getting that one goal. But is that going to be to any fruition because we see Pig B coming in once again on the ball, clear off that pinch. Coming in from Pig B once again as he goes up the sidewall every single time he has went up with this ball. It's been resulted in a goal, and it seems like this is going to be another one of those times because that is one way to take back this lead.
Yeah, there's just no one to go up and challenge him here. We see King waiting back in the goal, but kind of back too far as well. They got to get somebody up and up quickly to try and pressure Pig B and get him off that ball. They can't allow him to get those easy flip resets.
They definitely can, but they let them, they let them go for it every single time because, once again, like you said, nobody to challenge them up there, nobody fast enough to catch hold of that play and figure out how to counter it. Here we see Mega Blast again now looking for an aerial play off his own, sticks to the wall, gets that pass down center, more than enough of what Pigby needs to take that third goal for his team.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's kind of like easier said than done, right? Though, especially when you're going up against someone who's as talented as Pig B all over the field, does a great job of knowing where the ball is going to be, putting himself in great positioning to score time and time again. And really, it's just it's insane. It's inspiring. I wish I could play Rocket League half this good.
It definitely gets very stressful when you try playing at your own ranks because Pig B, SSL. If you have a team to play with at 3v3, it is the most fun you'll have. But solo queuing can be a bit of a struggle. I've been there, and trust me, there are times when I want to throw the controller at the mud.
Well, Pig B probably doesn't have that problem. And look, oh my! No, he did it! No, he did it! Look at this. Right here, all the way around the ball. What a legend.
Using all that 100 boost to go up that high, you'd think that he doesn't have that ball, but the final few touches as he makes the softest one as well, they count. They count towards shifting that ball ever so slowly towards the goal.
Yeah, and again, he makes it just so seamless. It looks so easy, and you don't realize how fast the car is moving when you're actually playing Rocket League. It's coming at you very, very quickly. So to do that all in a fluid motion like that is just insane as they find themselves by 3. We near the 3-minute mark, giving you Hale able to find a demo. The flick across midfield, a little high as Pig B can't find the double touch, looks to fire it back in. Nobody's there. King carries outward toward midfield, but again, Pig B up high and dry, floating across the midfield toward the net. The razzle dazzle, the spin, the double tap, and it's a wrap. Let's go.
2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock here with Pig B. Another one of the classic signature double touches off the sidewall. And he has had the 100% success rate of going off the wall and securing goals left, right, and center. This man is on a streak, and he's here for more because we see him going up against the ball once again, looking for that double and never really ever miss these shots.
He's so dirty, man. My man needs a shower after this one. Shit. He's still pinching a cinch. It's all a wrap. My man is just putting the nail in the coffin, nail by nail. 6-1, 243. Plenty of time, but certainly tough against Pig B and this insane Forest Hills team.
You cannot get any better than that. Mega Blast can look at that. He has been pretty silent so far, going for the demos, but the offensive plays here, that's where he's shown right now because that is not an easy angle to make, but he makes it look so easy with that ever so slight air roll to get that touch onto the blue net.
Now up 7-1, still 2:32 on the clock, and C-Cell will find the touch here. Pig B fires off the wall, already looking for his second shot, and he fires it in, coming off the demo by giving you Hale onto the goalie here, and you'll see it one more time.
On the replay, we see Pig B once again securing that shot on target. Credit always, given to the demoers from Forest Hills because they made that goal possible. 8-1 now, as they half the game mark already down, and Pig B once again looking to go off the sidewall. Another goal probably coming his way because the accuracy has been flawless. Up, down, now down to 95 probably, because that is the first save coming in from Westmont Hilltop.
Yeah, Cecil doing a good job of getting up and going for that ball, not just staying, kind of stagnant in the goal there. So able to push out, find some pressure. Hopefully they can get more of a clear here as Cecil will find that one, pushes across midfield. Unfortunately, Pigby is waiting. A good bump here onto Pigby, but Pigby nearly regains control. Can't find the touch in the air as Mega looks to settle. Cecil on the fire back here. Can they get something from nothing over the top off the back wall? Can they have a second shot opportunity? It is not there, and Pigby will regain, looks to circle around. Ty's going to whip this one as Cecil tucks it to the corner of the shot. Pigby with another save, and again, maybe a little more pressure coming from this Westmont. I'm loving this attack here from Westmont.
Absolutely. This team has been phenomenal. And it's not just Pigby this time. We see Mega Blaziken and Giving You Hail, all of them giving Westmont Hilltop a very tough time here as they take the 9th goal here for Forest Hills. Only one away from that double digit. And Forest Hills, like I was saying, has been a nuisance here, both on offense and defense.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're just really, really good, and it's just hard to play a team like this, right? Not only are they incredibly mechanically skilled, but they have those demos, and they can do just pretty much whatever they please at this point. So, it's just tough to play up a game like this, but, there's a lot that you can learn as well, and certainly, hopefully they can take something away from these games.
Hopefully they can. We'll find out soon enough. Pigby, once again, on this save off the sidewall, looking for a bit of a classic play here. And he's going to get it, but really close call on the defense there. He took it to the upper post. However, could not push it out. Cecil, great attempt, not good enough.
Yeah, Cecil was very, very close to getting that one as well. But again, just Pigby is so fast. The car always in motion. Great boost management as well. And it just goes to show you what sets some of those top tier players apart from those other great players.
Absolutely nothing short of domination from this monster that is called Pigby here. Missing on that ceiling shot though, but I don't believe that's going to be consequential, as with only 25 seconds left, this game might just be done and dusted. Here might be a goal for Westmont Hilltop, taken away by the demo from Hale.
Oh, yeah, the series is done and dusted. We'll see if they could possibly get one more. The double demo coming out from King Foxy, though, and maybe returning fire here just a little bit. Ty scrambles to find one more across midfield. The ball floating here, just waiting as Pigby looks maybe for one more goal at the 0-second mark. The double tap off the wall, 11-1, and Forest Hills will take the series.
And that has basically been the statement that you were looking for. The final shot coming in from Pigby at 0 seconds summarized the entire game for what it has been. Domination from Forest Hills.
Yeah, 12 demos from Giving You Hail, only one from Mega and none from Pigby that time, but still finding 83 touches for Pigby, 65 for Mega, 63% ball possession as well as 70% field domination. The boost consumption in their favor as well, and really just padding the stats. Forest Hills wins this series in dominating fashion, unfortunately, as Westmont Hilltop falls to 0-3, and Forest Hills will remain one more to the undefeated squad at Greater Altoona. Forest Hills and now United will have their chance as well to remain undefeated here in just a moment, as we'll be bringing you game number 3 as well. United taking on Gateway.
Be back soon. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third series of the day. My name is Trader, and with me in the casting booth is Hot Sauce. We got United going up against Gateway, two close teams on the leaderboard. So this might just not be a blowout, Hot Sauce. We might see a close series tonight.
Yeah, United is our third undefeated team that we'll be watching here today. Gateway, though, 2-1, certainly a very strong team as well. So I expect this series to be a lot closer than those first two. But, as they say, any given Sunday, so you never really know. But I'm just excited to get out there and get on the pitch and get it underway.
Yep, it's gonna be a simple, straight up best of five series. So let's head on right into it. Gateway versus United. 5 minutes on the board. The players in Hot Sauce. I do want to ask just before we head in, what are your predictions for this one? Who's gonna be taking this crown?
And for the sake of keeping that, I'd normally like to go for the underdog, but I think for the sake of seeing these three undefeated teams hopefully rival it out a little bit later, I think United will take this one. I think we very well could see a game 4 or 5 here, though.
Oh, I would love to see a game 4 or game 5. You gotta give ourselves a break from all the sweeps and the double-digit goal lines. Worst player starting us off here with a bit of an attack. No dice as a goal does miss that net. Once again, FaZe Gamer looking for that clear onto his own corner. Stone with that boost steal. Over to Carl. Is he gonna get this goal? No, he can. Popuke not getting the right touch. Once again, United on the attack. Taken away by Gateway, and this is what I like to see, right? A lot of back and forth between these two teams.
Yeah, especially in those first games, both teams trying to fill each other out just a little bit, find that play style that they're used to. We see a little bit more of that pong action back and forth. A wide open net here, and worst player fires it into the opposing teammate or opposing player and gets it to play right back into the net.
Really unfortunate for worst player. That could have just hit the post, went up and could have been saved later, but that one touch from Popuke not good enough, as it's gonna be ending up in an own goal coming in from Gateway. Not the best start here, but I like what I see here from both of these teams, just trading off blows left, right, and center. Another save coming in from Popuke as the clear will come through.
Yeah, Stone Squash looks to go up, can't find the touch he needs here. Is Ludonis now carrying into the corner. Now Stone Squash again, a little back and forth, but a couple whiffs come out. Now they bump into each other. FaZe Gamer on the back pedal as Sergeant Cooligan looks to carry further into the corner. Across midfield, the chip shot is just high into the left. Can't find the back of the net. Now searching for more as the ball looks to be cleared here. Both of these teams very evenly matched thus far, it would seem, Plater.
And I absolutely love that, because 90 seconds in, we have only seen one goal, and that too, a bit of a whiff on defense. But I love how these two teams are faring up against each other on offense. None of these plays are going in without a fight.
Yeah, I mean, again, just both, good rotations as well. We see a solid third man from both teams here. Really not getting overzealous. We don't see wide open goals just yet. But now Ludonis carrying this one, looking to get a play off the ceiling here. Can't quite find the touch to carry out. Stoneward can't win the 50, nearly into the corner as Popuke carries this one out. Stone does win the 50, battles across midfield. Teammate is there as well. The touch, not a good one though. And Ludonis will find the save. Cooligan fires a little too short and to the left. And now back and forth. You nailed it, man. This pong action is just insane out here. Whew.
Great save coming in from Stone. They're just trying to keep this game as close as possible, as we're almost at the halfway mark. Bit of an opportunity for Gateway to equalize there, but they take it a little too slow. So I do want to see more and more offensive action coming in from Gateway. You got to look for that equalizer phase. Great touch there to send it down to his teammate. Decides to stick with it a little bit longer as it hits the corner. Not the best first touch. FaZe Gamer there for the opportunity, followed up by Ludonis. Hits the backboard. Anybody up for it? No, he's going to be a little too far away, and the clear does come through.
FaZe Gamer able to keep this one alive, though. Second touch here, fires into the corner. Cooligan waiting nicely here, able to find the save. Looks to settle, but Ludonis is going to beat him there, and now will carry into the corner across midfield. Team can't get there in time as the defense is there. FaZe with a second chance opportunity. Sargent again with another phenomenal save, and he has been a stone wall back there thus far.
Absolute Stonewall, like you said, the defense has been amazing for both of these teams, except for that one whiff at the start. They have been on each other's throats when it comes to this offensive pressure. Here comes worst player once again. Cooligan with the save. Can they get the second one? Yes, they can. Gateway, and their name, true, an absolute gateway there in front of the orange net, and it's closed off for United to get any of these goals.
Yeah, 1-0 here a minute. And again, we've seen all these high scoring games, right? A lot of double digit games today. At least three, and then three more that were very close. So now they find the equalizer, 109 remaining, and really just a whole different style of gameplay that we've seen other than these first two series.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I was dying for a close game here, and this is it. 1-1 with only a minute left. These two teams have been at each other for the last 4 minutes, and it cannot get any closer than this. Ball up the sidewall. Face Gamer coming in with a bit of a double touch opportunity. A pass down center to worst player. The save comes in from Stone Squash. Nobody to follow it up though, as there is Cooligan save. Should be made by Face Gamer. Picked up by Ludinous as the 50 does come through all the way onto the midfield. Picked up by Stone Squash. Does he go for a triple? Yes, he does. 50/1, but no goal for him. 30 seconds left on the clock. We're all tied up.
Yeah, just 30 seconds remaining here. Both these teams fighting out. We could very well have our first overtime as well here. Now the pressure mounting, though, toward this Gateway side as worst player looks to fire one across midfield. They are coagulating together. Almost a bit of a triple commit, but Stone Squash somehow able to get up, find the save. 10 on the clock now, battling in the other direction. Stone looks to carry here. No one back. Worst player somehow able to get there, carrying off the side wall. And now it's United looking for one more last chance in regulation play. The ball will fall, however. No, it's kept up here. The dribble across midfield. Sargent now carrying, and this one should rest here any moment and send us into overtime.
There it is. They could not get that goal in regulation. They look for it here in overtime. The golden goal opportunity for both of these teams. Best of 5 series, and this is just the first game, Hot.
Yeah, exactly. First game here now in overtime. Pressing again. Ludonis carries across midfield, tries to get an opportunity for teammates, and there's the defense. We've seen a lot better rotations here, a lot better positioning out of both of these teams. I think it's a lot closer game here.
Definitely has been worst player. Pass down center over to Ludinous. This could be, yes, Stone comes in with the save phase. However, that dribble is going to do it for him. As the pinch off of his teammate is going to be putting in that shot. United end up taking this game 1 in overtime.
Yeah, well, we thought this was going to go to maybe more than 3 games here. We certainly have an overtime in our first one. As we take a quick look at the stats here, we can see the touches fairly even across the board in that 40-30 mark. 9 saves coming in for Gateway, but just not enough, as we do see those 2 goals coming in. And United having a little more of the ball possession and even 70% of the field domination, nearly 3,000 more on the boost consumption as well. And that is just enough for them to edge out here in game number 1 in this best of 5 against Gateway.
Really close game. It cannot get any closer than this, but United, they do come out on top with that golden goal there in overtime. Amazing offensive pressure being put up there by United in the first 5 minutes of that game. Now they look for more. Can they guess this game number 2, or Gateway will be putting in the equalizer?
Yeah, at this rate, it could be anybody's game. Like I said, 1-1, a very low scoring game. Only 30, 45 seconds, I think under a minute to get that goal in overtime. But, it could go either way. We very well could see a game 4 or 5. But as I said, I do believe United is going to pull this one out. So we'll see how they fare here. Gateway certainly a very talented team, and, nothing against them, certainly.
Absolutely not. I mean, this is the opportunity that both of these teams have, right? This is one of the few closer games that we see in the series. United versus Gateway. Now, here's the opportunity for Gateway to take this equalizer back. They have had a close game, and it all comes down to game number 2 here. Do they go down 2, or do they take this into the equalizer? They're starting off strong as it. There comes worst player out of nowhere, taking away possession, maybe a ceiling shot opportunity. taken away by the defense. It's going to be picked up by Sergeant Cooligan as he drops it to his teammate. Popu gets it past one, ball up high. Cooligan with the opportunity to get that first goal. A miss is going to be the name of the game here as they still look for that very first goal.
And now across midfield, a little bit of a misplay from worst player, though, and luckily FaZe was able to pick this one up. Nearly hits the shot from downtown off the tail of the car as FaZe tries to do something sneaky there, but now worst player on the back pedal, and the aggressors, it is all Gateway. A little bit too much mustard on that shot, though. It travels around the horn and back the other direction. Cooligan not able to get there in time as well. A bit of a double commit, but doesn't haunt him here as FaZe presses on. One more into the corner, steals the boost, and we talked about the boost consumption of this United team in favor of them by 3,000, certainly choking out Gateway here. A fire wide and to the right as well, and now it looks like United starting to pick up the pace here, starting to maintain a little more possession here, at least in game number 2.
And you love to see it. We saw United having absolute domination there. There's shot after shot on target saved by Gateway. Now we see Gateway having a lot more opportunities for the counters. Here comes Luminous, however, once again, the fake Popuk reads it well, gets the save over to FaZe Gamer now. 20 boost to his name, can't do much with this ball as he sends it over to worst player, looking for the pass down center, taken away by Stone Squash. Another opportunity for Luminous as he takes that very first touch, a pretty impatient one that is, but it's going to be more than enough for FaZe Gamer to get that very first goal for his team.
Yeah, Ludonis with a nice chip inward here. Again, we see the triple commit right there coming out of Gateway. All three members going up for that ball. And, when that happens, it's just a wide open net. A team like United is certainly going to capitalize, and they do here at the 3:21 mark as they find themselves up again here in game number 2. We'll see if Gateway can battle back.
We shall see. We'll find out soon enough because so far it has been just United getting all those goals, getting all the significant goals here in this best of 5 series. Once again, FaZe Gamer on the ball, a double commit to make sure Luzinus sticks to his, but it's a bit of a whiff coming in. Stone Squash now trying to send it down center to his teammate, and we're almost right here on the half-minute mark here with United still up that one goal.
Now Stone Squash coming across midfield as well, high and dry. Can't quite find the touch they need, though, as Cooligan looks to keep this one alive. Again, the momentum not there as FaZe fires with a fierceness. Popuk able to find the save as Ludonis comes up top again. A little wide and to the right. A wild touch, and now Stone looks to settle off the wall. The pass maybe possibly to himself, but FaZe will get there. Find a touch, not a good one though, as Stone will continue the carry. Looks to drop this one down in front of the net. The second chance though isn't there as worst player carries this one out. A wide open net, a bit too much on that one. Teammates wide and to the right as well, and that was a goal that very well should have been scored. Hopefully that one doesn't come back to haunt him later.
Hopefully it doesn't, because they definitely need that 2-goal lead to solidify this win, right? Gateway, they can always just come back with that equalizer like we saw last game. Here we see FaZe Gamer looking for that air dribble, but no dice as it's taken away by that clear over to Stone Squash now as he looks for this pass down center to his teammate Lunas. Great intercept, but nobody to pick it up here. Popuk, but not using that 100 boost at all. Picking up the ball, here comes Stone Squash, shot on target, and Gateway, like we said, are gonna be coming back with that equalizer, and it did come to bite him back.
Yeah, very smooth shot here by Stone Squash just to tuck that one into the corner. We saw the majority of United had rotated to the left side of that goal, so a good redirect back to the right, able to sneak it in, finds the equalizer. 95 seconds on the clock. We've had one overtime already, Flater. Will we have another?
I mean, we are on the right track for it. Ludenus, a whiff there could have given Gateway that very crucial lead. However, they take it away back into the orange half. A bit of a double commit coming in from Sergeant Cooligan. Nobody to follow it up though. His worst player, a little boost to his name, getting it past one. No possession in his favor. Stone Squash putting it down center. Ludenus needs to make a clear here. Not best for his touch. Going down center. Stone Squash, does he have the ability to make that touch any more threatening? No, he doesn't. However, pressure still very much in favor of Gateway as they put more and more shots towards the backboard.
Yeah, Stone tries to settle this one down. Worst player, though, is there. Carries on through the powers there. Sargent does find the touch here with the teammate, looks to settle into the corner, but one more fires off the back wall. Worst player can't get there in time. Now looks to carry outward, and Ludonis over the top touches it, keeps it alive. And again, a bit of a double commit here from Gateway as they carry out a booming clear. No one back in the net just yet for United as FaZe looks to play it off the wall. Miscommunication here, the ball floating in front of the net. We hit the 27-second mark, and again, Flater, it's looking more and more like another overtime.
And you know what? I love to see it. The golden goal opportunity for both of these teams when the pressure is immense and the result even greater. Can they take us into overtime? It seems to me that we might as well be seeing the second one coming in. However, Ludonis with the opportunity misses the shot on target. Stone Squash will put it away, and that ball should be coming down on 0 seconds. Yes, it does almost, but there he is, worst player. And okay.
No way! Worst player in the well after regulation time. Even Flater had thought the ball had fallen, and worst player sneaks it into the corner, 2-1. And again, United coming up with a last-second winner here in game number 2, as they will be sitting at series point.
That ball hit the ground.
Unfortunate. And if you take a look at the stats again, virtually the touches seem Pop Puke, only 15 touches, not really able to get involved as much. The ball possession, though, 55 in the favor of United, so a much closer here. Same with the field domination, 55, so much closer. That boost consumption, still 1,400 in the favor of United, so doing a great job of both using or utilizing that boost and starving Gateway from that boost. So they will be sitting at series point, looking to go 4-0 on the season and remain one of these 3 undefeated teams still at the top.
And I just feel so bad for Gateway there. They had the opportunity to take this into the second overtime. You know, United taking it in overtime, that wouldn't have been any that would have been less sadder. But that kind of goal there to end that second game, really unfortunate for Gateway, as they now have to look for the reverse sweep in order to make this win possible.
Yeah, you know, and really United's just getting, we saw 8 shots to the 4 there. United's just getting more opportunities. They, you know, they won't only have that slight possession advantage there, but they are getting more shots on goal. And, you know, as they say, it's as simple as that. You got to have shots to have goals. And right now they are that more aggressive team. It is working out in their favor. Again, we haven't seen too many demos in this match. Gateway, it could help them out here. So maybe something they ought to think about.
Definitely, you gotta have more offensive presence here. We see Gateway with amazing defense, but you gotta have some amount of time put into the offensive side. And here it is once again. Like I was saying, United, they always start off on the offensive foot here with the worst player now on the ball, getting that clear over one. The second man already intercepted with the opportunity for a pass down center. It's going to be Stone Squash putting it past one. Never mind, he doesn't. Ludonis reads it well, gets that intercept and the first goal for United.
Yeah, great team chemistry here. And again, that was Stone trying to get the clear, though. And Ludonis actually just a well-read play to sneak up. Initially, I thought it was a pass coming in from United, but the clear coming from Stone. And again, just a well-read play from Ludonis to put that in.
Absolutely amazing plays coming in from United. They're finding that intercept there to get that first goal. Have to be feeling pretty confident about them, because this is game number 3, and getting that first goal is gonna be getting you that early confidence here in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Momentum can be everything. As we, you know, consistency is another important aspect. But right now, everything kind of going in the favor of United, but only slightly. We've seen Gateway has a lot of mechanical skill as well. They've had a lot of great passing plays. Unfortunately, it's those double and triple commits at key times that have just come back to haunt them. You know, each of these goals, both of these losses by 1 goal, one in the way of overtime and one after regulation had expired, nearly 20 seconds at that 0 mark as United snuck the goal in. So very, very close games here for Gateway.
And that could be the very first goal for Gateway here. And just as you pass it to me, Stone Squash coming in with that shot. The pass coming in from Sergeant Cooligan. Great opportunity, setting him up for success. And that 50 is gonna be the very first goal that Gateway is going to be having in a very splashful way.
Yeah, 3:40 on the clock. This is the you know, we haven't seen this scoreboard this early from these two teams. Usually it's been pretty late in the game. So maybe a little bit more higher scoring game in front of us here as both of these teams have really applied the pressure in game
Oh
number
my
3. The
God.
chip and the pinch, unfortunately, not going in the favor of Gateway here. And that'll be one more on the board for United as they go up by 1. 3:25 on the clock, though. Plenty of time to make things happen for Gateway.
You say plenty of time, but when United pulls off plays like those, you gotta feel demotivated as Gateway. I mean, you made it. You worked very hard to get that equalizer, but then United comes in with a pinch goal like that. Hopefully, Gateway not in that mindset, looking for that equalizer,
right.
and they will get it. Sergeant Cooligan coming in with a shot, bar down into the blue net. Amazing way to get that equalizer.
Yeah, these players have been here before, and you can't let a goal demoralize you, especially in Rocket League, especially when a game is this close. You have to brush it off. If they can score, we can too, and that's exactly what Gateway does. They come out swinging, they find a quick equalizer, and now they let the ball rest. Ludonis fires high and just barely dinking off the crossbar there as Stone looks to carry this one out. A nice booming clear here, a little wild though. And we'll see if Ludonis can settle this one down. A nice subtle touch across midfield. The flick is there. Looks to get one more. A defender to beat. The razzle-dazzle looking to channel his inner Lionel Messi. But now the counterattack, and Stone puts it in. Gateway up on top for the first time.
You'll love to see it. The reverse sweep very well underway. Stone Squash finding that second touch to make sure the ball goes in after that first miss. 1-goal lead. Half the game remaining.
Yeah, just a phenomenal job by Gateway to battle back. They are not ready to be done here, looking to chalk up United their first loss. And here they are on top as we near that halfway mark. Sergeant Cooligan looking to pressure down. Does get a little haywire onto the wall. Ludonis looks to carry out the 50 there. Not in their favor, though. And back across midfield, Pop Puke now getting more involved here. And that third-man rotation seems to be helping them out a little more here in game number 3.
Absolutely. With 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here, Gateway, they got to hold down this lead. They got to get more and more goals in their favor if they want to set up this reverse lead, because 1 goal, like we have seen before, United is capable of taking that 1 goal even at 0 seconds.
Yes, absolutely. It would be very, very good for them to find that 2-goal lead. As you had mentioned, United so dangerous even when no time is on the clock here. And now FaZe hungry on the attack. A nice clear here as Pop Puke wastes no time getting out there, finding the touch. Worst finds the save, and now back in the other direction. A little bit more of this booming Pong play. Has to be careful here. Does find the clear as well, but again, good rotations here from United, keeping this one alive, maintaining the majority of the possession thus far. They find themselves on defense here yet again.
Which they do. And it's going to be Stone Squash now coming away with possession. Not for long, though, as he does manage to get it past 1 with that last touch. FaZe Gamer, 100 boost to his name, is going to be picked up by Worst Play as he looks for the play. Over to Ludonis. Shot towards the orange corner. Here's an opportunity for the setup. Taken away by Stone Squash. Worst player trying to set up more and more plays. They're getting it past 1. The pass down to Ludonis, and there it is. The equalizer coming in off that double touch pass coming in from Worst Player.
Yeah, just a phenomenal job again. They're relentless on their attack. We've seen them tie it up. We've seen them win in overtime. We've seen them win after regulation. And they're just fighting to the end, right? Now tying it up, 1 minute and 6 left, and really just making each and every single one of these games that more exciting.
Absolutely, and they're hungry for more. Look at that by Worst Player looking for a flip reset of his own. Our Pop Puke will be coming in with that very first save. Stone Squash on the counter, getting it past 1, pinch into the blue net, and that has to be very unfortunate for United as Stone Squash manages to pinch this into the blue net with the help of the enemy player.
Yeah, Stone hungry as well on the attack. They're up by 1 again, and a lot of goals here. Just a total of 6 goals between the first 2 games alone. Already broken that here in game number 3, Fighter.
And they're oh so close to victory once again. Gateway only need to hold out for 40 more seconds. United on the ball looking for that clear. FaZe Gamer, not a lot of boost for that second touch. Taken away by Worst Player. Can he get that second? No, he can. Ludonis shot towards target. Extremely slow for it to be threatening. And Worst Player now looks for more. The pass opportunity. Nobody to pick it up. And Stone Squash will bring this one away.
Adonis a little low on that ball as well, popping it up high and dry. Can't find the touch there as well. FaZe goes up,
Oh
another
my
double
God.
fakie. Fakie to the whiffy here as worst player finds himself on the back pedal. 7 seconds remaining here as Gateway looks to keep the dream alive. Fires one wide. Now they just need the ball to fall, and there it goes. Gateway will hang on. I said United in 4, and now we have a chance to see it.
Game number 4, here comes Gateway with that initial stages in the reverse sweep. 4-3, an extremely close game, just like the first two. The question being, can Gateway continue this presence?
Yeah, really the stats are almost the same as the previous games. The ball possession still favoring United. The boost consumption still favoring United by 1,600 or so. The only different stat this time is field domination. Gateway taking it with 54% here, so able to maintain pressure on that United side of the field. The attacks were there. The balls were falling into the back of the net. They did a phenomenal job of capitalizing on those opportunities to come away with game number 3.
And here it is, the opportunity for United to shut this down, or is going to be Gateway taking us to game number 5. I personally am always down for the game 5 hype here, especially in Rocket League. Both of these teams just battling out against each other all the way to game number 5, maybe even an overtime game 5. That's where the real good stuff is at.
Yeah, it's tough for me. Game 5 I really like, but I really also like being right. So, either way, I guess I'll be happy. But you're never disappointed with a game 5. We've already seen one overtime as well, nearly a second. So we very well could have a game 4, or game 5 overtime. I'm certainly ready to get back on the pitch and see what these players have.
5 minutes up on the clock. Here comes United going up against Gateway. First possession, once again, in the hands of worst player, getting it past 1. Not a lot of boost left for the second toss, so a Stone Squad should be able to take this away. Over to FaZe Gamer now, putting it down center for his team. Stone Squash, not the best first touch, pinches it away. However, FaZe, once again, on the ball, getting it past 1. The save comes in from Stone Squash off the bar, and United will be denied that first goal opportunity.
Worst player looks to carry this one out across midfield. Gets a little behind him here, and now possibly a good attack for Gateway, but Ladonis there waiting, does find the touch here, and now carries the other direction. Again, a lot more Pong action here, kind of back and forth booming plays here, a little bit less mechanical skills that we saw in those first few games.
Absolutely. We've seen this before. Gateway being pushed back into their defense for a very long time, not healthy for that team. You wouldn't want to be staying in that defensive position for longer periods, as they're now looking for the clears, but once again denied by United's phenomenal, relentless offensive pressure.
Stone squashing a nice carry here, though, and now 3 committing for United. They have to be careful there. Make sure those rotations are back on point. Worst player carries across midfield. A long aerial as Stone Squash will find the touch here. They are in a bit of trouble. The defense starting to crumble. They need to find a clear here soon. Ludonis looks to keep this one alive now. Back into the corner here of Gateway, pressuring for more. Worst fires for the shot. Looks for the double tap. High off the crossbar, and it hits the enemy. Rolls into the back of the net. 3:25, and United finding an early goal here yet again.
Great shot off the bar. Sergeant Cooligan looking for that clear, ends up flipping right into that own goal. 90 seconds in, United once again with that very first goal. Can they hold on to it? Will they extend it? Or is it going to be Gateway once again on that relentless offense that we saw last game?
Yeah, I'm not sure that ball may have gone in without that own goal there or not, but either way, a very, very nice shot. Tough positioning for Gateway, and we've seen them find the equalizer time and time again. We've seen them battle back in Game 3 to take the lead there as well. So certainly capable of finding a win here in game number 4 is Gateway, and we'll see if they can pressure out right now, finding themselves on the back foot of defense again. 3 tucked into the goal, but now finding some breathing room here across midfield. Ludonis finds the touch, a little bit of a weak one, does get demoed here, looks to carry the pass back. And again, some good plays here coming out from Gateway.
There they are once again. Ludonis on the ball, not for long though, as Stone Squash buries him 6 feet under. There he is. Sergeant Cooligan now on possession hits the top left corner rather, and will be denied that very first goal. Popuk needs to make a save here. Not the best first touch. Phase Gamer, can he get that goal? No, he can't. And the whiffs keep on coming in. The ball being pricked every single time to the post on both sides. Once again hitting the bar. Phase Gamer, can he end the streak? No, he can't. Ends up saving that shot on target. Ludinus now another opportunity taken away by Stone Squash, and so many opportunities for both of these teams. None of them, however, hitting the back of the net up until now, as worst player finally finds that second goal.
They waited to the moment that you said something to put it in. Worst player off the pass from FaZe Gamer. Not a fast shot, but really, again, nobody in that net there. And I think it comes from the relentless pressure. I mean, we saw 4 or 5 shots in a row there. And when you can continuously get second, third, fourth, fifth opportunities, it gets that defense out of position. So United finds himself with a nice 2-goal lead here. A good pad, but 1:40 on the clock. Still plenty of time as long as Gateway can find one here within the minute.
And it seems to me as if that's not going to happen anytime soon, as they might want to find at least 2 if they want to get back into this game. Ludinus, top right corner shot, amazing accuracy. Popuk just a little too far away to get that clear. 90 seconds left, 30 seconds for each goal. Will Gateway make this happen?
Yeah, obviously it only takes a couple seconds to score a goal, but they say typically in that standard 20 to 30 seconds to give yourself a good oriented play here, and we'll see if they can come up with something. Ludonus, though, playing off the demo of worst player as well. Worst looks to keep it alive, does tuck it into the corner, fires one more across midfield. A bit of a double commit, but the defense, the standard, the strong goalie back there fires this one out across midfield. Time is ticking, and Gateway, unfortunately, needs to find a play soon, as FaZe really just walling this one off, playing smart here, not getting too wild, and just trying to secure the series win.
Oh, they're looking for it, and they're looking for it right now, because Stone Squash now with a huge whiff. United, another opportunity for the 4th goal denied by that goalpost, as Stone Squash will be taking that first goal. And 47 seconds remaining, a 2-goal game here for United. But I believe Gateway, rather. Can they make this happen? It has been very close so far, and they have been able to make this comeback. It all comes down to this.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a game that it's going to happen, and it certainly could be this one. We've seen both of these teams battle back and forth throughout the entirety of this series. Now Popuk looking to pressure out here. They do have to try to find one soon, though. They want to give themselves a little time to work with here now across midfield. Puke finds one more over to Sergeant Cooligan, banging off the wall, though, his worst player now in the other direction here. The ball flirting around midfield, and maybe United playing a little more defensively here, a little lackluster on the attack here, as Ludonus, though, looks to carry further, and a near miss from Worst, and another tactical whiff there coming out as Stone Squash finds the save. 10 on the clock, and now time is not in their favor.
Absolutely not. Single-digit timer left on the clock. 5 seconds remaining. 2-goal lead seems near impossible, which it clearly is now as the clock hits 0 seconds. There it is. United securing this series win in game number 4. Amazing plays coming in from United, both on offense as well as defense. Gateway, they had their chances. In this game, they had a lot of chances, but whiffs there at the very end, not being able to get those finishing touches is what gave United this series win.
Yeah, the ball possession actually favoring Gateway in this game as well, having 3-4 saves as well. But again, it comes down to that field domination in the favor, 66% for United as they come out on top 4-0 and remain undefeated, guys. That is going to be all for Flater and I, though. Be sure to check out Flatercast over there. I am Hot Sauce on Twitch, but on Twitter, it's _. Hot Sauce _. But don't go anywhere, guys. Even though we're done, we have more exciting action for you. Bishop Carroll is going to be taking on Penn Trafford. And we got 2 legendary casters coming up. That's going to be Wilson and Julian, who are going to be taking care of you guys. So that's all for Tech High School Series for Flater and I. But do stick around. More exciting action right after this break.
See ya.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Bit of a casting change here. I, of course, am Wilson, joined by Julian, and we are bringing you guys the final game in the Division One Rocket League series for the Esport Company. We have Penn Trafford against Bishop Carroll. Should be a interesting matchup. How are you feeling about this one, Julian?
Well, definitely. Players have waited too long for this one. So last match of the afternoon, but definitely we're up for a banger here, and I'm looking forward to see which team is going to be coming up on top in the end. But until then, we've got a best of 5. So again, up to 5 matches we're facing here, and that definitely means that teams have got time to adjust throughout the series, Wilson.
Yeah, and usually the games end up getting better and better as we go along, as players start to feel each other out, get used to these play styles, and where these teams are in the standings should make for it to be an interesting game. I think we have Bishop Carroll sitting at 0-3, and then we have Penn Trafford at 2-1. So maybe Bishop Carroll trying to prove that they maybe are better than their record indicates, in trying to knock off Penn Trafford, who is a quite solid team this year. I mean, to have 2-1 record is no easy feat at all. So it should be interesting to see what Bishop Carroll can do against a opponent like Penn Trafford.
Absolutely. So on paper, Penn Trafford is the better team here, but as we know, when it comes down to playing on the pitch, all that counts is who puts the round thing into the more cornery like thing first. So basically, who scores more goals, who scores goals earlier. They don't want to go into overtime. They want to take the win within the first 5 minutes, and it can only be a matter of seconds. So the last player we're currently waiting on will join the lobby, and then we're ready to go for the last match of this Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, and you mentioned the only thing that matters is the goals. Is a famous quote from a now deceased American football coach. See, the way it works is score more points the other guy, you win the game, and that is the name of the game for these guys. They need they need to just basically try and make sure that they get these goals that they need. Especially Bishop Carroll. I think the big thing for them is going to be defense. we've seen quite a bit of interesting defense. Is what the quote I'll use for that.
Well, if you're
So
referencing to the last game we casted, uh,
no, but in general, defense in this league is interesting. So I think that's going to be the key factor today is going to be defense, defensive rotations. Um, and so I think it'll just come down to two things: defense and team play. And whichever team has the better one of those will win it, for sure. And speaking of the game, we are heading into game number 1 here, folks. Penn at Trafford against Bishop Carroll.
absolutely Bishop Carroll playing in the dark blue, while Penn Trafford is playing in the poisonous looking green. And let's see if their attack is as poisonous as the color indicates as they start the first attack over the left side. Gets defended though by one of the players of Bishop's Carroll, and now they're trying to start an attack off their own. Goes into the front left corner, defended it in the first place, but attack still hot for the players of Bishop Carroll as they try to get a ball into the center here. It's defended once again by Bird though, so for now, no goals within the first half a minute.
Yeah, and early pressure here by Bishop Carroll, keeping it in the half of Penn Trafford. And now a potential chance to set up an opportunity, however, isn't going to really come to much. Actually, it will. Max with a great pass. I don't think that's what he meant to do with that, but hey, it worked out. So he's probably not complaining, but it's a great defensive effort as well from Penn Trafford to get that one away. And now Bishop Carroll back on the attack, and it gets hit in. Rye on his own goal hits it in. It was a great finish, to be fair, but that's the wrong net.
Oi there, mate, you're playing on the wrong side there. It's probably coming from down under, and you just mix up the sides. But
Yeah.
in the end, it's a goal going in for Bishop's Carroll as they go up ahead in this series for an amount of a split second.
What?
Because what happened is somehow the players of Bishop's Carroll did not really feel the urge to play
ball.
that kickoff. And
Yeah.
that will end in a goal for Penn Trafford, and it's 1-1 in series, 3 minutes 50 to go. All the process Bishop's Carroll made has been destroyed within a split second already.
Yeah, and that's just an unfortunate thing to see. And a great shot there by Bird does get saved by Max. PT Cruiser will try and intercept this at the halfway line. It does try and fake out the enemy team. Rye as well trying to do a little fake. Unfortunately, though, they see right through it. Bishop Carroll doing a great job to pressure. But now Rye trying to get a little bit of a pinch right there against the wall to go his way. It does not. And now attack for Bishop Carroll. Rye has taken out Max, however, and that will definitely slow down that attack.
Ooh, careful now. The defense comes in just in time, but definitely some pressure happening off the side from Bishop's Carroll here at the moment. Now maybe the chance for Penn Trafford to attack over the right side off the ceiling. Gets defended by Max, who turns it right around into shot from Bishop's Carroll. That one gets defended by Rado. So all good for now. No goals in the last minute. We have got 2 minutes 40 remaining on the clock, and at the moment we're tied at 1-1.
Yeah, and meanwhile, PT Cruiser trying to feather that boost and get one to go in. Doesn't quite, but that takes an awkward bounce there. However, Chemo is there to clear that one out. However, Bulk gets intercepted halfway, and it's going to remain in the half. Bishop Carroll Rye trying to set one up for his team or just take it himself. Doesn't quite do anything there. A little bit of a double commit as well for Penn Trafford. And that's a dangerous ball right in the middle. Rye gets the save, though, on that and keeps Penn Trafford and Bishop Carroll tied in this one.
Absolutely, 2 minutes on the clock remaining for both teams to score another goal because they don't want to go into that really, really dangerous overtime where it's golden goal for both teams. So now maybe the opportunity over the left side. The green team tries to tag left off the post for now. Counter-attack coming in from Bishop's Carroll. Gets defended early in the center line, though. So no further attack. Now the chance for Max to turn it down from the air right onto the goal line, but it gets defended by Ray just in time before it could cross the line.
Yeah, and now it's just been back and forth in this one, kind of like a kind of like a tennis match or a game of tug of war right now. One team trying to get the advantage in this one, but they just seemingly can't. Great save by Rye. That's his third save right there for Penn Trafford, a defensive anchor for his team. And Bishop Carroll trying to get the ball in the back of the net. They're getting these great opportunities to attack, but they just can't put it away.
Looks like now this is the last minute. It's off the crossbar. This is the chance, but somehow Penn Trafford can defend this one out of their own penalty area. That one was super close, Max. With the pressurous ball, places it on top of the crossbar, and all that keeps Penn Trafford in this first match for now was luck, because that one was super close to going into the net.
Yeah, literal game of inches right there. And now it's still back and forth. 30 seconds left. Max is going to be left on duty, however, does it. But however, Rye is there to follow it up. Rye, with 25 seconds left, has given Penn Trafford the advantage in this one. And just like that, Penn Trafford's up 2-1.
Absolutely. 25 seconds is all that remains for the players of Bishop's Carroll in this first match of the best of 5 we're facing here on this Tuesday afternoon. And now all that Penn Trafford is going to do is play for time. Only 15 seconds on the clock are what is between them and a first point in this series. And they, by God, do not want to give this one up. Ball comes again once more on off the corner now. Cruiser trying to put more time off the clock. Ball only has to touch the ground, and it will indeed. And it is going to be Penn Trafford taking the first point in the series.
Yeah, and a great job there by Penn Trafford to keep their composure until the end. A great job on offense to be there for that follow-up. Bishop Carroll, great defense, but just ended up falling short a little bit on the defensive end. I mean, Rye with just a great follow-up, and honestly, I can't really say one team did one thing better. I think Penn Trafford just capitalized on their chances a little bit better.
Absolutely. In the end, it's one goal who decides who takes the first point here, and it is going to be Penn Trafford. So they're now 1-0 up in the series. And Bishop's Carroll, as you said, they did not do too much things wrong. It's just simply that Penn Trafford did things slightly better for now as we speak, because we're going into best of 5 here, which means that we'll at least get to see another 2 maps. And in those 2 maps, Bishop's Carroll got all the time they need to come back in the series.
Another thing to note, though, is it was a little bit more of an individual performance by Bishop Carroll. So maybe keep an eye on that as things go along. Maybe see the other 2 step it up as well, which if they do, I think honestly we may see some of the best games we've ever seen.
Absolutely. This series is up for a treat because both teams are not willing to give up any ground without really paying for it. And now we go right into the second matchup. Timer has started. 5 minutes is the time that the teams have for now, if they don't go into overtime, to score as many goals as they can. And in the first place, score more goals than the enemy team, because that's what we're going for when we're playing soccer. So now, first attack over the left side is going to be Penn Trafford again. Gets the ball into the center. Ray is waiting there, but misflips just before he can touch the ball there. So in this case, it's luck for Bishop's Carroll. This time, Max gets another great save from the shot of Ray. But it is definitely Penn Trafford who's got more weight in this starting minute here. Yeah, and Penn Trafford right now, potentially with a goal coming out here. Burb does a great job to make the adjustment mid-air and put this one in. Penn Trafford takes the early pressure and capitalizes on it. Burb with a great shot, or Burb with a great finish, I should say. And that was not an easy shot by any means. Absolutely not, but it's just instantly going to be the 2-0 here. As we see another kickoff goal. Cruiser somehow gets the early touch on it. No chance for the other team to get a second touch in time. and single-handedly he brings his team up to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, you're down 2-0 with not even a minute played. And you gotta think, well, what went wrong? And it was defensive rotation. Speaking of defense, Kento with a great save right there. I was trying to figure out how to say that name for a second. I'm just gonna call you Kento with a great save to help keep his team only have a two goal deficit. Excuse me, and now Penn Trafford with a great shot, and that's gonna lob over the defense. Rye getting a little bit tricky there with the area abilities.
Absolutely nice performance there. Gets the long touch over the center field, over the players from Bishop's Carroll. And it's going to be a 3-0 after only 1.5 minutes played. So now it's 3 minutes 30 remaining for Bishop's Carroll to maybe come back in the second match. But it's not looking like it, as Cruiser just puts another run right into the goal of Bishop's Carroll. 4-0 after, yeah, you can even call it a kick-off goal or a follow-up to a kick-off goal. But at the moment, Bishop's Carroll is not looking good.
It was a quick goal for sure. And Penn Trafford starting to kind of run away with this one. And Bishop Carroll just looking like Swiss cheese with their defense right now. A lot of holes in it, but as I say that, they almost score off of a unintentional pinch. Burb thankfully was there for Penn Trafford to deal with it. PT Cruiser with a great defensive rotation there to deal with that. And great control in the air, should set up a goal for his team, but Max is there to make the save. And Burb with the follow-up, but another great save.
What a save from the defense of Bishop Carroll. That was an impressive double save, not gonna lie to you, did that was something I didn't expect. I saw the first ball coming, I was like, that's a goal. Then I saw the second ball coming in, I saw another goal. Somehow, some way, though, Bishop Carroll still have some blood in the veins trying to keep in this second matchup, but it's not going to be an easy task for them as they only have 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock for them to score 4 goals and more if they don't want to go into overtime. But it's again going to be Penn Trafford now pushing over the right side, gets defended by Kento for a second, but the pressure, it is still on as Cruiser takes a demolition on the goal line. This is now the chance to use that man advantage, and the goal is free and is going to be Burb, who puts it in the net. 5-0, 2 minutes 16 remaining.
Just a great job of team play there. You can't ask for an easier goal to put in. Burb puts it away. I think Bishop Carroll heard me talk about their defense as Swiss cheese and decided to prove me wrong for a bit there until that last goal, of course. But no, great job, as you mentioned, by Bishop Carroll. I definitely thought those goals were going in, and they kept them out. Fair play to them, but now we are just under the 2-minute mark, and now it's do or die time for Bishop Carroll here in the game number 2. And if they want a goal, they need to move now.
Absolutely, they really don't want to be in that position where you face the early match point from your enemy team already after 2 matches. But at the moment, it is just looking as such, because the attack is just, the waves of attacking are just not stopping from Penn Trafford. Beautiful play there by Cruiser, who places the ball above the crossbar, sets it up for his teammate, but has to pull back a bit as we face a single attack from Bishop's Carroll, which is immediately stopped before it even crosses the center line. Now maybe the chance to breathe some air there. This pressure from Penn Trafford is just not ending.
Yeah, but meanwhile, a little bit of pressure Bishop Carroll was able to apply right there. Looks like Penn Trafford trying to get a little creative with those dribbles. Doesn't amount to anything, though. And now that ball reaches about the halfway point. Rye going to try and do a little bit of trickery in the air now. Italian Schemo is going to be able to get on the end of that. And PT Cruiser is going to put that one in the back of the net. I think that might just seal it for Penn Trafford over Bishop Carroll. PT Cruiser also completes the hat trick with.
Probably locks down game number 2 in the books of Penn Trafford. Indeed, 6-0 with only 52 seconds remaining on the clock for Bishop's Carroll. I think this is just damage reduction if possible. They're trying to not get too many more goals on their scoreboard for now, and then come back with a potential reverse sweep in the next game. But now It's just trying to burn time off the clock for both teams, as they don't really want to risk a higher loss or even simply taking time off the clock.
Yeah, and under 30 seconds now, I think it's safe to say this game is chalked and in the win column for Penn Trafford. And Bishop Carroll maybe just needs to reorganize themselves on defense a little bit better. Granted, it's a little hard to when you have Rye and PT Cruiser just absolutely destroying your net, and I mean, not a single save needed for Penn Trafford. And right as I say that, Bishop Carroll has to go and score.
At least it's a goal for honor for now, I guess. Max somehow manages to put this one
As time
into
expired,
the
by the way.
left-hand corner. And we see Penn Trafford, of course, taking the win here in game number 2. And they going right on to match point. And Bishop's Carroll, they got to do something, then they got to do it fast, because there's not too much time remaining for them. If they lose the next match, they will lose the series.
Yeah, and all around a great job by Penn Trafford. I mean, across the board, pretty even stats. 3 goals on 7 shots. Rye, 1 goal on 7 shots. Does have 3 assists. And Burb, 6 shots and 2 goals and 1 assist. All pretty close in the scoreline. It just shows Penn Trafford as a team is just solid all around.
Absolutely. And we will probably see a substitute coming in here from Bishop's Carroll, as we see that Cantor has left the lobby. So we're waiting to see who is going to replace him for this third match. And I don't know who it is, but they probably have massive trust in him, because Boy Racing, who's going to be the substitute here, will have an enormous pressure on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Because this is a clutch situation for them. If they don't win this next matchup, they will absolutely for sure lose the series, and that's a position you don't want to be in if you're already 0-3 in the overall standings.
Yeah, and this is it, do or die for Bishop Carroll. Should be a big. I expect a good game similar to the first one. I think Bishop Carroll, after they went about 4 down, said, "All right, let's just cut our losses, regroup, regain, get ready for the next one, and try and make it competitive." And it's, as you mentioned, they do have that substitute on the side of Bishop Carroll. It is now Max, Italian Schemo, and Boy Racing is the substitute coming on. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs for this team, a familiar face in this scene. So he's been around the block a bit.
Absolutely, and now Bishop's Carroll, they got to do something in this third matchup, because as we said, they don't want to lose the series 3-0 and make sure that they've got another chance to maybe get the W here in the end. But this is definitely their last opportunity. Game 3 is on the way. Half a minute burned off the clock already. Max now trying to start and take over the right side. Gets defended by Ray immediately, though, as he tries to pull the follow-up into the center field on the side of Bishop's Carroll. Cruiser over the right wall now, trying to start an attack, but it gets defended early on by Max. So, as you said before, a little bit of ping-pong in the beginning of this third match.
Yeah, definitely a interesting start here from both teams. Maybe a little slower than the games were before, but Bird with a great save, but Max is there to follow it up, and Bishop Carroll says, "Forget the last game. We're gonna win this one." Max right now willing his team to victory. A goal and a shot for Bishop Carroll is all they need to pull ahead.
Absolutely, and Wilson Wu might be in for a treat here. If the reverse sweep might come out, it will definitely start right here, right now. And this start off, this first goal is a really important starter for Bishop's Carroll indeed. And now it's the first time in the series in general that Penn Trafford is actually in the behind here and has to score a goal on their own to make sure they even up it.
Well, I think they did just that. Yeah, I think you just kind of called it for them right there. We call that one the casting curse, my friend. Burb with a great shot there, finds the hole in the defense and slots it in the back of the net. And just like that, Penn Trafford has tied things up as they try and seal 3-0 in this game.
Yeah, we see 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock remaining for them, and it's drawn up at the moment 1-1. But it is a must-win situation for Bishop's Curl, so they definitely want to score another goal here.
Yeah, and Rye gonna take this one into the corner, gonna try to do something with it. That's a dangerous ball. Italian Schemo is there to deal with it, but no one's there for the follow-up. Max gets a touch on it, but it's not enough. Rye puts it in the back of the net after setting himself up with that goal.
Yeah, immediately punishes that defensive error that Bishop's Curl just had there, and it's again going to be Penn Trafford taking the lead in this third match here. 2-1, and 3 minutes 17 is all that remains for Bishop's Curl to somehow find a way to beat this really tough defense of Penn Trafford here.
Yeah, and Rye almost picked up another goal while you were talking there, but it was dealt with by Bishop Carroll. And if we look at this side of Bishop Carroll, Boy Racing hasn't really been an impact in this game at all. So maybe we see him try and get a little more involved there. I say that he does get more involved right there. And now just kind of back and forth being played. Going to be interesting to see who makes a mistake first and who capitalizes on it.
Absolutely. And now Bishop's Curl, they are facing two problems. One is that they are currently in the behind, and the second one is that Penn Trafford can simply burn time off the clock and make sure that opportunities to score get less and less by the second for Bishop's Curl. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're burning time. They're not potentially even trying to score more goals. They're just trying to pull time off the clock, which makes chances slimmer for the team of Bishop's Curl.
Yeah, and ball just kind of being thrown around like a pinball game right now. And Rye's going to get a shot, but it's going to get saved by Max. But the ball is going to remain in the half of Bishop Carroll. However, Burb running out of boost very quickly. Rye, though, with a chance to set one up for himself, isn't able to do it this time. Max with his third save of the match. Really trying to keep Bishop Carroll in this one, and he's done a great job of doing that. He has 3 saves and their goal.
Oh, what a shot, what a pass, and Ray gives a beautiful assist there to the goal of Bird. I almost mixed up the words there because I couldn't believe what I witnessed here as we see the 3-1 coming in only 1 minute 28. It's do or die now for Bishop's Curl. They're in an absolute clutch situation now. They need to score 2 goals at least to secure overtime.
Yeah, crunch time for sure. And now you got to be careful if you are Bishop Carroll. You need goals, but don't sacrifice that for defense because it will not end well for you.
Absolutely not. 1 minute 10 now on the clock. And as I said before, it's just time burning for now what is Penn Trafford is doing. And what I see here is that 1 minute mark will have to be a final wake-up call for Bishop's Carroll. Because that's all the time that they have got left if they don't want to end up with a 3-0 and an L in their record books for tonight.
Yeah, but speaking of L, that is not a good clearance right there. Almost set it up for the other team. However, now Penn Trafford needs to kind of backtrack a little bit, reset their rotations, which could give a chance for Italian Schemo, but Bird with a great save right there, clears in the other end. Boy Racing trying to do something now on the clearance. However, ball barely gets cleared out, but now Boy Racing back on the other end. A pass across to his teammate isn't able to quite do anything, and now Bishop Carroll trying to get these attacks, but Penn Trafford staying strong. That ball is bouncing right in front of the goal. 8 seconds, 7 seconds off the post. Unfortunate right there. Does get saved. Rye and Penn Trafford will hold on to secure the sweep, and Penn Trafford deals with Bishop Carroll 3-0, although very close games, I might add, between the teams.
Absolutely, and yeah, Penn Trafford takes the win in the series here, and Bishop's Carroll will have to add another loss to their record books for this series of games we've been facing in the TEC here. They are now currently standing 0-4, while Penn Trafford manages to move their standings up to a 3-1 in the first division. And wow, this has been an absolutely entertaining afternoon here in the esports company and TEC Esports Twitch streams. If you don't want to miss out on any more action coming up on Twitch, on social media, make sure to follow the esports company. Make sure to follow TEC Esports on Twitch, social media, if you want to have all the action of Overwatch, Valorant, Rocket League, all the games. We got them covered for you week by week. Wilson, it has been an absolute pleasure casting with you this afternoon. Is there anything you want to add before we end today's stream?
Not really. Penn Trafford looked really, really solid in that defensively. Great job adjusting that. That's all I'm going to really mention about that game. Both teams played well. Like you said, it's absolute pleasure. And be sure to check us out as well on Twitter as well. Stay updated in the esports world in general. I mean, why wouldn't you? But yeah, I believe that's going to be it from me and Julian. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.